SRT, Student Resource Time, is available to students during the noon hour for those students who might be struggling academically, behaviorally, need some additional support in regards to preparing for tests or making up assignments.
Student resource time is also a time that may be used for enrichment, and it's open to students in all grade levels 9 through 12.
The reason that we have implemented the student resource time is so students have a place to go where they feel the need to go. Teachers have all been made available during this period of time during the day. In this way, students can make their choices of the needs that they may have, and the teachers will be available to help them.
SRT time is really more important than I think kids realize. It's not a consequence. We have large classrooms for the most part. Anytime you have more than 10 kids, it's difficult for one teacher to individually instruct a student. Even if a teacher is very skilled at differentiating for the different levels of ability within their class, it's the one-on-one instruction, it's the ability to say, tell me what you don't know, here's how I can help you, and doing one-on-one learning, guiding, coaching, supporting that will increase student achievement. So in SRT time, the value of that is we have an understanding of where a student is struggling, where is the rub, where is the tension, what is causing a breakdown in their learning, and at that time we can move in, so to speak, and give individualized help and move the students ahead so they can be successful. Without an ability to do that, without some time to have access between students and teachers, we just can't do that. And until we can do that, kids are going to be stuck. And that just isn't okay. We want every single student here to be able to achieve at their highest level. To do that, we need to be able to work with them one-on-one to meet the needs that they have. So it's not a consequence, it's really an opportunity to get personalized individual help and support. And hopefully moving forward, we'll have a schedule where we will have time during the school day, where kids will have more time, where it's a part of their day, where we can do it even better than we're doing it right now. But it's critically important that we can work together with kids in a more personal manner.
Parents can help encourage their students or their child to utilize student resource time to get additional support, maybe do some enrichment, make up assignments, but the big thing is encouraging their student to attend when teachers are formally inviting them to go to SRT.
If a student has been formally assigned to attend an SRT time and they do not attend, the next day they will be assigned a 25-minute lunch detention to serve either during lunch A or lunch B. It will be lunch B if they are already going to another SRT with the teacher.
The student resource time is available for students to complete a number of different tasks. There are labs that are open all over the building, including art, any of the tech ed labs, music areas, computer labs, science labs might be open to make up those types of labs and graphics, as well as an opportunity to go to the computer labs and print. There's also an opportunity for students to do any makeup tests if they were absent, or makeup labs in the science area or other lab-related classes. And they can also find teachers again to seek extra help, whether something needs to be retaught or they were absent, and they can seek out that teacher and find out the gist of the lesson that they missed, so they're able to get caught back up without having to take class time to do that.
In addition to SRT time during lunch, this is a unique high school in many ways. We have one lunch hour, which I think most high school kids would really beg for in other high schools, because you know you're going to be able to eat with your friends, you're going to have some time together with whoever it is that you want to have lunchtime with. And we offer all kinds of things that are just fun in nature. You can be in open gym, recreational types of activities. When the weather's nice, you can be out on Duray. You can be in the IMC, working together, collaborating. You can eat anywhere in the building. You can learn how to knit. You can come up with almost any kind of clever idea that you would like to do and find a teacher to be there to supervise, and we'll make it happen. So there's really no limit to what you might be able to do together at lunch. And we've had some really awesome things happen. Mr. Gagnon did a balloon launch club, and the work that they did, the awesome science experiment really that they did over lunch and collaborated with together with a member of the community that came in and worked was just absolutely amazing. So it's a time we can bring in people from outside of our school if you have a special interest in something. So it gives you access to new opportunities, things you can learn how to do, and it's really just limited by how creative we are. So if you have a good idea, bring it forward, see if we can find a teacher. In the past we've had how to make fly fishing, what do you call those things that you use when you go fly fishing, those things. Kids have made those, and like I said, we've had hacky sack club, there's anime, there's fantasy football. So think of something that you want to do and we'll make it happen.
That student resource time, I think it's a great opportunity for them to come in and just get extra help with their homework, touch base with their teacher if they're not understanding something, or even if they're having difficulty with the class, whether it be with another classmate or the course material. It shouldn't be seen as a punishment, and make use of it. I mean, who wouldn't want to spend time with them?
All right, so I've been using student resource time with some of my students, and it's been a great help. Getting kids to come in for extra help has definitely helped them understand the material we're covering in class, and it's been great having them come in on their own as well before I have to assign them.
All right, so student resource time, why should I go? Well, let me talk about my personal experience a little bit. At the beginning of the year, it's always kind of a hard adjustment coming into a new class, but that adjustment can be made a little easier if you come to resource time. Student resource time isn't only for those who are struggling in class, but for people who need questions answered. That being said, if you do come in, you'll get some additional help, you'll get some additional resources, and you can help pull your grade up by doing some work that'll help you answer the essential questions. So, from my point of view, student resource time is very important for one and all.
Okay, I teach chemistry, and I have kids coming in to student resource time for many different reasons. Some kids come in for lab makeup. They've been absent, so they use that time to make up a lab. I have quite a few kids who come in to get extra help on assignments or content that they don't understand. And I have some kids who are assigned to come in because they either are not doing well, so I'm giving them extra opportunities for teaching, or some just don't do their homework, so I have them coming in to make sure they get their homework done. It's worked great. I've got more kids passing, more kids getting their work done, and I've actually got more kids coming in on their own to get extra assistance than I've ever had before. So it's been a really big positive on our end.
The student resource time that I've set aside for my class happens during the lunch hour, and the way that students get asked to participate in the student resource time is that they are administered a pre and a post test, and the students that haven't grown from the pre-test to the post-test to a score that is above a D into the C range are asked to come to the student resource time to complete test corrections. Many students actually have told me that they really enjoy this time because it's a lot of one-on-one instruction, and it's time for them to really get their questions answered. I've seen from chapters 1 and 2 a student that has scored fairly low on these exams, and then in the future then on chapter 3 actually ended up with a high C+ for their post exam. So I'm really seeing a lot of progress on the student resource time,
And the kids that come are really getting the benefit, and actually the kids are saying that it is a great resource for them. Some students that have now proceeded to get out of the student resource time by getting higher grades actually continue to come back to get the help and to look through their past tests and to look through their exams that they've taken so that they can improve and they can continue to show growth over the next few units. I would highly encourage all students to take advantage of any time they get with any teacher. If it happens to be during the student resource time, if it happens to be before school, after school, or sometime throughout the day, really seek to look for that teacher's advice, because your teacher is the best person that could possibly help you to get better grades and to succeed in school. Highly recommend it. Take advantage of this time. It is a great program for you.
The student resource time this year, I feel like more students have been taking advantage of it when they really need help. However, I think we have so many more students that could take advantage of it. It's a great opportunity for you to work with your teacher one-on-one, or work with small groups, or just have a place to do work and possibly ask questions while you're doing that. You'll probably find students who haven't taken advantage of it will find that it's been very positive. It is required in some cases, and if it is, we ask that you just come and try it out. It doesn't have to be painful, and it will definitely affect you and help your grades.
I like to use the math resource lab to get help on my math homework and to study for tests. So I go and I get help from a teacher that's there every hour. And then also on Thursdays, there's a retired math teacher named Mr. Wallachy, and he is really good at tutoring, so I go get help from him too.
If I ever need help, I always go to LA to get help from my teachers.
On Mondays and Wednesdays, I use the library and my teacher's classes to study and do homework, and on Fridays, I'm a part of the Spanish club.
Lunch is a really useful time for me. I use it to go to any of the clubs that I'm in, and also if I have any questions for any of my teachers, I go and ask them.
I think SRT time is good because students get a little bit extra time to work on their projects, and it gives you a little free time to yourself as well. You're not as rushed as you are in your regular classes.
I think it's really nice to have the extra time outside of class so I can use resources and supplies that I wouldn't have at home. It's really beneficial to have time outside of class because you're able to take your time, because not everybody works at the same pace.
I like the student resource time because it gives me an opportunity to go talk to my teachers instead of having to interrupt class time or take time out of work time to go talk to them.